Welcome, one and all, to the stream. It's Phoenix Wright time again, baby. There we are. There I am. Where's the game? Come on, game. You can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, there we go. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the first one from forever ago. I'm playing it for the first time. Have you heard? If you have, then you're here. If you haven't, who are you? What are you doing here? It's good to have you. Why don't you hit that follow button? It won't hurt much. That was weird and gross. Let's start the game. Last time we left off, we are still in the middle of the investigation into the trial of big, scary prosecutor lady whose name eludes me. It's hold on. It starts with a L. Lana Sky. Ha, I got it. You thought I couldn't get it, but I got it, and I proved you wrong. Take that, fucker. Maya. No, Mia and Maya are the regular ones. They're the ones that are usually here. I didn't get it. Yeah, sorry. It's okay. You know, life isn't always about getting things right. Sometimes it's about yammering on your start screen while you change a couple of settings and make sure you didn't forget where you put your phone. What are we talking about? Anyway, let's play some game. This one in particular. Guess your Phoenix wrong. Ha ha ha. Very good. Hold on. Actually, there you go. From me to you. Okay, so I saved in the middle of investigating this area because I was tired as shit and didn't want to keep going that night. Kind of made my own save point. So we'll see how far I get tonight as far as, like, getting to other chapters and all that stuff. But we're here in the evidence locker, and we're gonna keep looking at evidence, maybe talk to Gumshoe, all that good stuff. Gotta click on a couple of things before I get back to the screen. This is an avant-garde interpretation of what the lyrics to this song would be. What the tune would be kind of a half-rap thing like this. That's what I'm banking on, baby. All right, is there anything else I can examine? Did I examine everything that I could last time? I think I did. Which means... slide back over here. Back. Got our friend. Hey, pal, it's me here. He has nothing else to say to us right now, it doesn't look like. So, let me get my bearings again. I really just kind of ran over to the computer and started streaming. I'm like, so gotta reorient myself as to what's going on. Okay, right. So we got new evidence. We got, only the assigned detectives' prints can unlock their particular evidence locker. We have a rubber glove from the same case that the knife was evidence for, which is also involved in the case that we're investigating right now. We got a lot of evidence last time. We did a whole mini game where we pieced together a jar that has either blood or tomato sauce on it. I have to get forensics on that. Yeah. And that's where we are right now. And hey, there was ads. So I guess I'm gonna vamp here a little longer while I let those run. C'est la vie. I'm not even sure if that phrase applies in this situation, but I said it anyway. I'm full of beans tonight. I had a real busy day for me. No, actually not really busy. I had a really active day at work. If you don't know, I work with art programs for kids, and it was a lot of running around giving people clay and tying knots. And I looked at my watch and it said I burned 2,300 extra calories by 1 p.m. That's stupid. So I think my body's just in a hyper crazy mode. But anyway, the ad break supposedly has ended. So let's keep going. All right. What can I do and where and why? So a rubber glove. Oh, right. Okay, I remember. Someone in the last stream of this told me a little backseaty, but I'll forgive it because it was right at the end of the stream, and I probably would have forgotten to do it if it wasn't said. To luminol this place. So get the luminol spray. Spray. Holy shit.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. My birthday's coming up. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where do you get this, Emma?
I always buy it by mail order.
Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. The police department doesn't have luminol? That's, oh boy. No wonder they're so bad at solving crimes.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that you look for this DNA evidence and it's everywhere?
Magic gumshoes potentially if he had access to basic detective supplies. Yeah, I mean, it's appropriate. It's not you're right. It isn't a forensics unit, but like, I feel like he should know what it is. Like, just because he's not going to be the guy that goes around and sprays the bottle doesn't mean he shouldn't know what the bottle is. But I don't know. This is 2001, so it's a pre. Well, no, it's not a pre-CSI world. CSI, the first CSI, Las Vegas, started in 2000, which I know because I am a weirdo. And yeah, so this would have been. I've lingered too long on this screen. This is fun. This is like playing in a shooting gallery. I mean, we knew that one was there.
I knew it! This is someone's right handprint.
What?
What's the matter, detective?
This locker, it's mine.
It's yours?
Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
Blue. Jot it down on the floor plans.
I'm counting on you guys! Believe me, you can't trust the police!
What? But you're a detective!
I mean, he'd know more than anybody. Gumshoe is the one good cop. He's too much of a sweet, simple dingus to deal with anything that might get him labeled ACAB. Something more of a golden retriever that they put in a man suit and then let investigate things. Alright, that does seem to be it. Just the 2 handprints. Oh wait, no, there was stuff I just saw. There was stuff down there. Oh, holy shit. Go back. You know that thing, like, if you're online and you get like a pop-up and you move your finger and then to like make the pop-up go away, but then the whole screen moves because it just loads at the very moment that you were about to hit the X? That's what just happened to me, except with a bunch of glowy stuff they saw on the floor. They make them dumber as the games go on, I think. Well, how appropriate, seeing as my voice is edging more and more towards New York Homer Simpson. Let's see. What the hell am I doing? Mind has been split in so many different places. There we go. Alright, what's all this? That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. Not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'm gonna completely ignore that stupid shit he just said. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey! You didn't want my opinion. You shouldn't have asked.
We wanted it. We just hoped it was better. Alright, well, it wouldn't let me go over to the paint. That's interesting. Alright. Slide back over to the side. Do some... Just making sure... Whoa! I clicked out of my window. Oh, the game disappeared for me. It's back. Oh, and I just highlighted all of chat. Ah! Get me back to my window. There we go. Alright. That's good. Still no new options here. Okay. Alright. Well, it's been fun. It's been fun, Dick. Let's move somewhere else. I've talked to you, Vol. Yep. Okay, back. Y'all come back now, you hear? Yeah, all right, fine, sure, whatever. Move. The tumbleweeds. Where should I go now? Suppose I could go. Let's go back here. And let's go to. This is another like hub. Where are we not? We haven't been back to Edgeworth's office yet. There's got to be something here.
Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday.
I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here.
I'm sure he's off doing important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing.
Well, you think he's like doing hard drugs or something?
No, what? Why would that be?
Like, I don't know. You just said it in like a weird kind of judgmental way.
Well, why? I mean, if he was on drugs, that would be like more of a medical issue. Like,
No, it's okay. I wasn't saying that I had a problem with it. It just seemed like you did.
Wow. Wow, really? That's what you think of me? That's the kind of person you think I am?
No. Can we not do this right now?
Fine. I guess we'll have to come back. All right. Is there anything to examine? Did I haven't examined here? A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk! Easy to use and easy on the eyes. Rawr.
Do you want to fuck the desk?
No comment. It's polished so high I could see my own reflection.
Hey, I also like reflections.
Strange. I just pictured Detective Gumshoe.
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you. He's a lawyer. And all paths lead back to Edgy. Don't you understand? That's not to be confused with Gooners, for whom all paths lead back to edging. Thank you, myself.
Wow!
These I've already read this. Stuck at ceilings, even a ladder. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe again? Okay. Okay, so I know I've investigated these objects before. This is strange. Okay. Back. Move. See where else I can go. Anything to do? No. Oh, right. This fucker. Yeah, I already did. Yeah. You have already talked to me. I would be. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, you hit the wrong button. I would be glad to talk to you some more. I would love to talk to you for a long time and say that, hey, where you going? I did see your thing there. Did you give this room a proper spray? And I did not. That is probably with the no, what am I? God, it's sometimes really hard to click the right things and talk. With the flashing of Gumshoe, that is a good instinct. Oh, what? No, don't examine the fucking bottle. Get back. Spray. I can't believe it's not butter. Spray. Remember those commercials? With Fabio? Another fancy foppish hunk. Oh, you're suggesting a different spraying? Listen, man, if you want me to piss all over my computer, I'm gonna need a lot more subs. Either the Twitch kind or the sex kind. Yeah, it's clean. All right. Where else can I spray? Oh, wait, maybe I can do... Let's go back to... this place. Spray her. I could. Could I? I don't know if I can. I think I can only spray environments. But if this doesn't work, I'll go back and I'll give it a shot. Spray. It's a matter of confidence, I think. I'll make sure to get myself red-pilled so I can show those foids who's boss. I can't even joke about that. Some people are really terrible. All right, nothing here. Hit the evidence room. Move to here. Spray. Yeah, no, she ain't there. Give me clues! Oh, clues! Clues! Ah! This blood must be from Lana.
No! My sister isn't the murderer!
But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? At the crime time? Prime time TV? 9 p.m. Central? And her right hand is bandaged.
Hey! Just whose side are you on?
The side of justice!
This has nothing to do with taking sides.
So, this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. So much spraying tonight, I love it. You're welcome? This just keeps getting worse. Ah, feel my bottle! Slide. Of course, I already know about that. No more blood around the corpse, huh? That seems unusual. All right, that ain't doing nothing. Let's try. Now let's try here. Nope, still no change. I was hoping he'd show up. I talked to no. All right, where haven't I gone? What haven't I done? Chord record. Wait, no, not chord record. No, don't look at my badge. God, I'm so bad at clicking. Let's see. What am I thinking, face? Hold on a second. I no longer feel sick, but I am making a lot of gross noises that I'm having to mute. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Did I miss something at the evidence locker? I feel like I'm stuck. All right, give me hints, hint girl. Are you quenching your suffering with a cool can of Dr. Pepper? No! It's a bottle this time? So there. Well, where should we begin?
Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, that thing.
The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously?
Oh, well, you see, with the rotation of the Earth and several quantum entanglements, therefore, and such forth, and ergo, umumusame, and etc.
You should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? No, we've already been there.
I'm not being very useful here, am I?
No, you're being very helpful. Kinda. You got a really good bottle that does things.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, I know I did a really weird voice for this guy. I kind of regret my choice, because it's really hard to keep up consistently. So from here on out, I'm retconning this guy.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all these rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
Ugh.
There was that business with him not reading that officer's report.
Ah, but the killing at the police department, right. Someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Don't respond to me with inscrutable emojis. Okay. Let's see. There's that guy. I'll check the. Can I luminol here? Could this be anything? This was made in the evidence locker, according to Gumshoe. It's clean. Any criminals looking for, like, camp for their kids? Or like a basket weaving class on that community bulletin board? All right, this is getting nowhere. Okay. What about going here again? What about spraying here again?
Ha, quit it! Knock it off! Phoenix, right? Get out of here!
Oh, fine, fine. Let's try the evidence locker again, I guess. Maybe I missed something. You still don't have more options, right? No. Okay. Court record. This guy. Oh, damn it. Did it again. Hooray. Okay. So I have this. Alright. Alright, I'm bringing up the walkthrough. I'm officially bringing up the walkthrough. Okay, present the switchblade knife or Goodman's note to Gumshoe. I did that. Speak with Gumshoe about LCL9. Present the ID card record to... Oh. Have I done that? I think I also remember getting stuck here for a while. Well, at least I'm not alone. That's nice. I like not being alone, even if I'm being stupid. That's called living in America, am I right? That means I'm right. Alright. Back. Alright, I'm gonna present to Gumshoe everything that it's telling me to present to Gumshoe. Yeah! Use of my Katamari America emote. Na-na-na-na-na-na! Katamari Damacy. Let's see. Represent. Okay, so speak with Gumshoe. It's about it. Luminol testing fluid. Because then it says after use the luminol testing fluid to spray the area behind the yellow tape, then the bloody handprint in the upper leftmost locker with the flap. I did all three of those things. Examine the broken pieces on the ground behind the yellow tape to check it out closer. I did that. And form the unstable jar. Did that. Examine the white flap sticking out of the leftmost locker. No! I went back by accident. Wait, did I actually examine the white flap? Do I have to do that specifically? Out of the way, you. Oh, I did that. Okay. Okay. So that's not it. Gotta check your flaps. You gotta wash your flaps, really. It's a hygiene issue. And don't be gross. I could be talking about any kind of flaps. Maybe you're a truck. I don't know that. Get off my ass. Alright, so I did that. So let's go back. Let's talk to... No, not talk. Present. Gumshoe. Speaking of Gumshoe, to get the eyes of the locker, present the switchblade life or Goodman's note. I definitely did that. What if I do it again?
Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Guess the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know. I already told you this, but I felt like having the same conversation again. It was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. It makes me piss my pants every time I look in his direction.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left on that case.
You don't say. Let's see. Let's say ID card record. That's the record of parking. Autopsy report. That's the ID card. The lost item report. I don't see the ID card record. Is that something I'm supposed to have? That I don't have? Do they mean this?
Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing!
That's fine.
You bet it's fine, pal.
Okay, that wasn't it. That does make me wonder, does that mean that I didn't get everything out of Marshall? Did I present him this?
See this? This is the victim's ID card.
The one was on the ground on the parking lot. The number on this is 584-2189.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again.
Oh, okay. Apparently I didn't do this. And why would I have done this without looking at the walkthrough? He let me go through already.
Look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match.
It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing.
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So, wrong voice.
So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
But wait, what did Officer Meekins say?
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me!
He had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? I don't know, he just seems really knife point-atable, if you ask me.
All right, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record.
ID card record, identical record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Okay, all right. There we go. All right. Other people with IDs. Yeah, see, to be fair, I'd probably brandish a knife at Meekins' reflective. See? See? Yeah. All right. Where'd my game go? There'd my game go. Let's go back. Now I bet. If we go to back to here, and then here. Oh, he's still not here. But he would have an ID card. Who else would I be talking to? Oh, detective. Oh, right. Not lawyer, detective. Back. Should I show it to Gumshoe? I should show it to Gumshoe, and I should show it to Meekins. No, go back. I'm menuing as fast as I can. After my brain loads for a second, remembering what all these options are. Yeah. Underground parking lots. No, not underground. Damn it! I did it again! Son of a bitch. Police department. Move to guard station. Move to evidence room. Present this thing. Did you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
I heard the rumors. So, it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
The second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? What?
ID card record updated in the court record. Why would Edgeworth have to come to the evidence room?
Hey, pal. Look at the time.
Was there something you needed to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon, and I'm going to give them my report for the day. Might help, you know.
The report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
One that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. Later. I fade away.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. No problem. Okay, now he can finally make use of that unused location. Police department entrance. Then I go to the parking lot. And I go to the Edgeworth's office. Hey, here we go. Here comes the boy. What the fuck? What a jump scare! I don't know if there's a person that I was less expecting to see right now. Okay.
Yes. My apologies.
Oh, it's you.
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long.
Is Edgeworth here?
There! Standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
Right. Sorry, I'm holding this teacup behind my back. Is the hotel bringing tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking... Oh, wrong. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. Brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. I forgot his new little cheeky smile. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
Hey, Edgeworth Sphincturd. Sphincford. I was trying to make a long version of his name, and I called him a turd by accident. Oh, right! I better check this now. As I was saying,
What's this? A record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less.
The chief of police?
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me that he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
Chief is never one to explain himself. I take after him like that. Remember how I kept withholding evidence from you when you were my defense attorney? In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
Let me guess. A murder.
I can't say. But it rhymes with glurder. Really has nothing to do with the current case.
Now I'm curious about this other case. Better make a note of it. There is another case, and I don't know anything about it, question mark.
Unrelated rebooting. Unrelated evidence screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case.
All right, buddy. Whatever you say. About that inquiry committee. So, how did the inquiry committee go? You inquire about stuff?
Actually, they decided not to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes. Apparently there's some who believe that I concealed evidence. Gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again.
Again?
I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago.
Oh, you know, the other one that's like interwoven with this one? Oh, ads are about to start. Okay, ads are about to start. I'm gonna take a 1 minute break. Hold on a second. They probably told him to conceal it better next time. Yeah, right? I mean, don't be sloppy, Edgeworth. Also, I like this kind of like soft retcon of like,
I would never misrepresent evidence. Ignore the first case that you faced off against me, where I clearly did that. Don't worry about it. That's the old Miles Edgeworth. I'm better. I'm more logical. I'm kilometers Edgeworth now. I'm divisible by 10, it's easier.
these ads should start any second now. I should say, I'll mention this at the end of the stream too. I will not be streaming on Thursday because I will be busy that night. So I'll stream either tomorrow night or Friday instead. Wow, those ads are really taking forever to get here. Why even give me a warning if they're not gonna show up? Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is awkward. And of course, now, as soon as he said, yeah, this is awkward, the ads popped up. What do we even talk about? Well, you can't even see me anymore. I'm invisible to you. Now you're watching people talking about fucking Squarespace or whatever. Probably some AI shit.
We here at OpenAI want to make sure that you're able to make mistakes faster and without any oversight. If you keep shoveling money into this furnace, eventually we won't have to spend 1/10 of that money on improving people's lives. And that's called progress. And if you think that's wrong, well, you're going to have a problem with the government, apparently. Boy, I love living in 2026, don't you? OpenAI. Fuck you. And everybody's back. Hopefully. Let's talk about tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. Hi.
The police department? Who are they?
Emma, pay attention. Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. I've never seen him this sort of out. Well, well, well. Alright, what else can I talk to old Edgemans about? Have I talked to him about his own knife? What's the deal with your fucking knife, dude? Present me with a dagger, I'm gonna stare daggers into you. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? I'll pass on the tea, just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright! Mr. Edgeworth just told you no, in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Alright, that wasn't right. I mean, they are right that would be a horrible mishandling of the process of jurisprudence, but that hasn't stopped anyone from doing anything at all throughout this entire deal. My best guess is to spray him. If only I could. Okay. Oop. Nope. Didn't need to do that. One sec. Oh, wait. He said something about talking. Maybe I should talk? No. Dang. Alright. I don't know. This is gonna be the same thing? Yeah. Oh, shit! Okay. Yeah. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? Right? It all has to do with that case you were on. The SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Hold on, there's a weird line read. Let me do that again. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about what was clearly the worst memory of his life. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Okay. Now... okay, yeah. Alright, apparently... we need to do both of them. Or maybe that first one was a red herring. The first one was like, you expect me to talk to you? And I was like, maybe. And then I presented a second thing and he was like, you expect me to talk to you? Okay. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case.
The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then.
He was a top officer. It was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is why it was a deputy chief of police on the investigation.
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We're dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't.
Of course not! I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science,
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this.
A giant dandelion?
What? No. What? No.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints.
Oh, all right. Nice. Okay, cool.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
More game mechanics. More game mechanics. More game mechanics. Edgeworth, I'm really...
No need to thank me. Please, don't thank me. It makes me feel weird. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks! How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well?
Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file received.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. You seem to remember seeing a
Suspicious handprint somewhere!
Ooh, we got the let's get shit done music. Makes me so excited that I have to mute the mic. All right, I'm back. Okay, let's go to the place. Move to the place with the handprints, not in the underground parking lot, but to the other place. Here. And then here. And here. And then here. And then here. And then here. Ha 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 ha! Our investigation turned up a suspicious
Handprint.
Here, in this blood of the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Oh.
Right. Let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger? What's that?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger, you fuck!
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think it'd be the thumb. Oh, hello. I didn't even click.
Okay, now it's time to check for prints. No, fingerprints. I don't think so.
And then she throws him out the window. References.
Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With Enter, see? You know how we all carry around computer keyboards? in our pockets? Hit enter.
Ah, looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that?
With your fucking mouth, bro. Like, really? With E! Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing up the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though. Okay. So clearly, yeah, I think this... it's definitely integration with the DS mic. That when porting to PC, they had to just be like,
I don't know, let's have him push a button.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
guess I better give it a try. Hold on. Ah, stupid winter sickness. You can recreate it by spitting on your keyboard a bunch. Good idea. All right, and blow, and blow, and blow. Do I hold E? The hell? Oh. Oh, do I? Oh, I see. I gotta do like. It's just like spraying. Do. Let's make the whole thing look like old-timey TV static from when I was a little kid, back when you had to tune into stations and you didn't have to just wait until you loaded up stations on your smart TV. You didn't have to wait for your stupid TV to load to watch anything. Okay.
Aha! You did it! You found one!
But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Unless it's Mr. Potato Head's fingerprint.
Oh, now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck!
Out of luck?
The person who left his handprint must have worn
Gloves.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here!
Hey, calm down! I'm a teenager, Jesus Christ. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely, it seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprints as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside the blood. Oh, you mean like this bad boy? Sometimes mini games don't yield helpful plot advancements. I would say that's just bad game design. But I don't think that was not helpful, because I bet them wearing gloves is going to come back later at some point. Because they're smart cookies! The people that make these games, they're sentient cookies, and they're smarter than regular cookies, because they know how to not get eaten and also how to make video games. Blow! Whoa! Hey there! Why didn't that... Is that not enough? How is that not enough? Like, fill in a couple of... Let's make it blindingly white. Blow, damn it. There. Okay.
Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling!
dazzling.
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away!
So we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
Guess she's right. I guess. Don't want to do homework.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. Leave your answer in the comments below!
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? With your eyes, Phoenix. With your eyes.
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are at different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would be most likely found on this evidence locker?
Well. Dick Gumshoe, age 30. Yikes. This is a haggard 30, but sure. He said it was his evidence locker. Oh, and I didn't even, no, not Goodman. No, I didn't mean, fuck.
It seems you pressed the wrong button and made yourself look like a stupid asshole.
Come on! How am I supposed to guess whose they are? Just because Gumshoe told me it was his locker, and then I clicked the wrong space on the screen.
Isn't it obvious? The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. They mostly likely belong to the owner of this evidence locker.
Who's that?
Something wrong?
I was just thinking, if you're so sure who it is, why don't you match the fingerprints?
Mr. Wright! I was doing this for your benefit, so you'd learn!
Fine. Let me think. Who could have left these prints? Let me do that. Oh, wrong button.
Yay! Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe! Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. This is called tutorializing. You should memorize that it's a part of good game design. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Q! No! The back! Oh, God! Court record! Wait a minute. Do I just... Wait, how do I do this if I can't? Oh, I probably... Yeah. Powder, right. Well, I was thinking I can't see it, so... Although... Damn it. Yeah, what? Wait, huh? Back? Oh, examine. Then court record. Then powder. No, wait, what? It's not giving me an option to use the powder. Spray, that's what I was trying to do. Spray. Right? And I spray, and then there it is. There's the handprint. And then I can't do anything else because I don't have the powder. And if I go to the powder from here, there's no option to use it. Which makes sense. But then if I go to examine, and then court record, and then, not spray, and then this, there's still no option to use it. So what the hell do I do? Snort powder? Not now! I told you, we're gonna do that off screen. Stream. Off screen, off stream. Whatever. Can I just... Oh! Okay, I gotta re-examine. I gotta hit the examine button. I see. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right?
Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this?
Your eyes sparkling again. Yes, check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right?
You only ended up finding it through chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me!
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Okay, so let's dust over here, I guess? Enter. I'm dusting. I'm dusting. I'm Dustin Pedroia. I'm the laser show. Dustin Hoffman. I'm the graduate. I'm the graduate. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Dust. Dust. Dust with all your might. It's more fun to use the mouse. Whoa. Whoa. There we go. Okay. Whose print is... It's Cowboy Boy. Hey, these fingerprints, they...
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall?
Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record.
That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints.
The luminol reaction.
The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh.
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints
There.
on a wiped blood stain.
Well, why would Officer Marshall...
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results.
Gah!
I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence? Oh! It's a phrase we've used a lot in the game before.
I don't believe it.
Believe it, sister!
To be continued.
Oh, he just nicked himself during conversation shaving. You know, that's what happens when you have the hyper hirsuteness of the face, where your beard grows at 1 inch an hour, or whatever would be required for him to shave that often. Save. All right. Looks like we're about to get back into a trial. Let's go. Back.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all,
The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
It means she gave up.
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana! Don't tell me you! Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
Ms. Sky,
Hmm?
we found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belonged to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Blood-stained fingerprints.
To be exact.
Exclamation point!
That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. I'm a great card. Everyone loves me. I'm a card. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're gonna accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Ms. Sky?
3 dots. Do what you have to, Mr. Wright.
Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is...
Oomph? I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. The victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? Is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, we'll present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He's so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what is going on himself.
That's supposed to be an admirable trait? That's how you get forward in politics.
Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls. The suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Yes, that's what a suspect is.
Oh, okay, just checking. Sometimes I forget.
Oh boy. It's getting wild from the get-go. Oh, God, this wiener.
Oh God, let's go through this bit again. Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir! I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir! My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir!
Man, what the fuck?
And what the fuck?
Man, what the fuck? They're all telling us you're a professional killer. Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, would we let you... Sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. I'm a Zoomer. I'm hat-mogging everyone by flat cap maxing this thing on my head. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me, sir.
Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir.
give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. I buy a lot of avocado toast, and that's why I can't own a house.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Fault him for a lot of other things, but sure.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life and I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacks you? Do unto others before they do unto you! That's the Meekins family motto, sir! I see. Then you fainted. Colleague helped you regain consciousness.
You do me a favor, take that effing megaphone away from him. I mean, and it's kind of my fault, I guess. I started with a sort of loud, annoying voice, and then he took out a megaphone. So I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta make this even louder.
Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir! Very well. I guess the defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more info to work with. All right, it's pressing time. Get panini'd, idiot.
Hold it.
Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir! I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir!
Yikes. There's a scary thought.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir!
Little mascot cutout?
The Blue Badger? Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir! just to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
One must be completely silent while guarding the Blue Badger, so not to startle it. I can imagine that in a David Attenborough type presentation. Suspicious man, only doing what I was trained to do. Spot a suspicious man. How is he suspicious? Who is what? Why? Who? When? Where? How? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card. Am I correct?
Precisely, sir! I have one right here around my neck!
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right?
There it is! I found it! This is the one right here!
Could you please read us the number? Quietly, preferably.
Yes, sir! It's 4989596! That's my number, sir!
I see. Huh. The number 4989596 is shown as being used twice!
Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir! The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir! That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
Data added to ID card record. Alright, I was only doing what I was trained to do. What were you trained to do? Stop being so goddamn vague. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir! A knife!
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's when I reacted, sir! I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be.
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar.
Who's trained to be the worst character. Yeah. Alright, since nobody's really missing this guy's testimony, I'm going to say ads are going to start in a sec. See if I can get one more question in before that happens. One more press. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife?
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
What? I, see. Must have been desperate. Is that it? No, okay. Well, ads are going, so I'll stop on this screen. God. Hold on a sec. Cough off, Mike. He was trained to be the worst character.
I was trained to be someone that was off-putting to look at and listen to so that people would not bother the police department.
Wouldn't the greatest gift be to come back from ads and he's gone? No, unfortunately, there's way more. He's not going away. He's not. He is. We're gonna have to question this guy for a minute. I have a sneaking feeling. But the ad break's over now anyway.
The next thing I know, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew,
Yes?
he punched me right in my face, sir. After that, I passed out.
Who smacked you away? About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Not when you wake up. Oh, right. Not when he wakes up. Why is knowing what time it is when you wake up? Never mind.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too.
I used to talk like this.
I woke up crying tears of pain.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. Saved myself there.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Mission?
Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins.
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. I didn't even bother obscuring the kanji on the side of the tape to Americanize it. Chief Gat delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief?
Delivered it?
What is that? A video tape?
Yes, sir! That is absolutely right, sir! A video tape, sir! It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
Probably a warning from the FCC. Oh, I don't want to think about real life right now. Don't want to think about that. Boo!
Objection!
Washington's jail VCR.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. I was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh! Please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me.
Video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? What are we what are we in? Some kind of murder trial? Whoa, advanced graphics! Chief added a soundtrack. Oh no! Things are occurring. Get him, boy! Oh. Someone got someone.
Sadly, Meekins was heard from alive again.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with this unsettling feeling stirred within us?
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir! It's the Blue Badger, sir!
Am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video added to the court record.
Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room. Some sort of activity did take place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir, as you wish, sir.
Mystery Man. Ah, it's a good Ben Stiller movie.
His face can't be clearly seen on the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it! What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with
Contradictions.
that's where I have to start. All right. Where's your lies, man boy? My face can't be clearly seen in the video. No question. There's no question. Let's press on that. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it, what is seeing anyway? What is perception? Can we even be sure that what we perceive around us is real life? Or are we living in some kind of simulation? Oh, God, shut up. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Meekins! Having shown a questionable video at best, you're not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you're positive it was him.
What if he had Detective Goodman's hand? That was where my thought... It was where my thoughts went to first. Like, was Detective Goodman killed at like 4:30, and then 2 staged murders happened at like opposite sides of town, and like one took the hand to open the locker, and then like the other one, I don't know. If that turns out to be true, then I just did a fucking masterful ass pull, and I will be riding that high for a long time. But I'm probably wrong.
I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Gorman's fingerprint, you know.
Right. It seemed fine. Open is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker. Do we know that? Do we know that? Parking lot. Evidence room floor plans. Check. Alright, there's nothing to look at. Alright. Okay, dang. I think it's more obvious that Goodman is one of identical triplets. That would just be kind of lame. It'd be such a Deus Ex Machina.
How can one man be in 3 different places?
Because there's 3 of him, if you ignore the whole ID number thing. Forget about that. Let's go back. What am I doing? What should I do here? Do boo 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 boo. All right.
So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
I'll press him on that. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face.
Sir, if I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I really would like it if you never spoke again.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. Footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video? Yeah, there's a fucking problem. It cuts out like every 5 seconds because it's on a swivel. Regarding the video contained in this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. And then we all go out to drinks. You would want me to point it out?
Yep, he would. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
Shit. Okay. Now I got to be ready to click on something. All right. Let's watch. I had to point out a problem in the video? God, this job's hard. This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. It's part of a newfangled device called a video cassette recorder.
A VCR?
Yeah, that's how you say it shortwise. Just take a look, a good look, and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
How did this guy ever become a police officer? Yeah, I mean, oh God, who could ever imagine a dumb, belligerent police officer? It boggles the mind.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction that indicates the man may not like out? Goodbye.
Okay. All right. I'm looking. My eyes are razor sharp. I'm gonna get this fucking finger out of here. I'm gonna use the mouse. I'm gonna use the arrow keys. Okay. Walk in. Ah! A thing! A thing fell! Jay! Blind. Oh, why is the... how do I pause? Backspace. Ha! And then... click... Click. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this!
Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What can it mean?
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright. You seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise.
The point?
What you were looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman.
Oh, yeah.
Almost walked right into the defense's trap.
I'll place him under arrest, sir!
Rats. Slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now what do I do? Oh, was that not it? I saw the glove fall and I was like, all right, play video again. Very well. Let's try this again.
Just remember one thing, Mr. Wright. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt. Especially you, if you have arthritic fingers.
Says the one pointing his finger at us.
I will now play the security tape. Again. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time. Again.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can do all the stuff that a VCR does. Just take a good look and then do your thing.
Fuck this guy.
Yes, fuck that guy. Let's keep going. There's the contradiction. Tell Papa.
Don't play it too many times, you'll go insane from watching the same dialogue. Oh, I lost my focus there for a second. Hold on. Let me, I'm gonna start again. Rewind all the way from the beginning. Zippity zip. Alright. All the way back to the beginning. Okay. Looking. Oh, wait. Yeah, before he even gets there. This light is on. It's unlocked. It's unlocked! The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this! Officer Meekins. Okay, thank God, it's a different dialogue tree.
Sir, do you need me, sir?
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock's released.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Other than that thing, it's dead eyes. Wow, we're just gonna go through the whole thing, huh? Wow, if I were a baby, I'd be asleep as hell right now. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker... Let's rewind to a little earlier. Couldn't we just... Can you just pointed it out then? Really wants to torture us with this little nursery rhyme dingle-dangle music. Music box ass. Tinkling tonkling. Here! You notice the light?
Yes, I've been touched by Jesus. Also, I noticed that light in the video. What's this? It's already lit. It's lit as fuck, fam.
Nice attempt to get current with slang, but you're still a couple years behind. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Ah!
Order, order! What's the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
Objection!
The locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, the sensor's triggered. The locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this.
It's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh well, just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. What do I know? I'm just a fucking circuit court judge. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Something jam the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well, let's inspect the video once more.
Don't fucking tell me I noticed the wrong thing first. I hope you have to manually point out the thing I already pointed out. I bet I do. I bet I do. Because that glove falling is really conspicuous. I bet that's it. I would bet anything that that's it. I'm not actually betting anything, because if I'm wrong, then I want to keep all the things and money that I have. Yep, there it is. Okay. Back. Let's see if this works. Bip. Boop. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Sparing us the jingle again. They're like, all right, they have enough. They've got enough. Take a slight detour and point out the fine craftsmanship of the blue guy. Look at how artfully this blue guy's been painted.
Hey, that's my work, pal. Thanks a lot.
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are open. I often fall out and roll break-in.
We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
I was talking.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut.
Seriously, you're just gonna ignore me?
What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Oh, fine, fuck me then.
Inserted? Don't be gross.
Da 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 da. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. Roll that beautiful bean footage. I'm a dog and I want to make beans instead of the guy that owns me. Oh, you. I'm a bald man. And that was a series of commercials that ran for 10 years or something. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie.
Nice shape, Grandpa. Hey, come on. I know for a fact that we're the same age. Don't shit all over my commercial reminiscences. You will turn to dust as soon as I shall. We shall return to the loam in tandem.
2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door and I get my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing,
But that object would have to be an extremely thin to fit in the door.
I'm a 14-year-old roustabout. Oh my god, he's discovered time travel. I love that the game also acknowledges what an annoying asshole Meekins is. Just cutting him off all the time.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents.
I want to make it clear, I'm not doing that. That's the game being like, all right, Meekins, shut up.
It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator. I know what that is, but not what a DJ is, apparently. But at the crime scene...
There just might have been something that fits the description.
but sir, by insulator, you dummy.
They finally got this figured out.
Well, the defense, please present the relevant evidence. What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
The fucking glove. Rubber glove. Yeah. Bing. Bang. Boom. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that it was in the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Or, I mean, it says SL911, but, you know, close enough. Or just like a piece of paper. How high is the voltage of the sensor? I don't know, man. But like, it feels like a rubber glove would definitely do the job. And everyone knows, anyone that knows anything about electricity knows that it don't go through rubber. So that's probably why they made it specifically a rubber glove. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. This is an opportunity to declare insulator a Harley knower. Fuck! I'll get over it. But that isn't the case! The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, I want to be your so sad.
Please don't autoerotically asphyxiate in front of us. I hit enter by accident. Oops.
Hold on oh god, I was cough laughing. I was caffing. Kafaffing. Kofefe?
So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Objection!
Do not be misled, Your Honor. Be misled. Be confident in your gender identity.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. Won't you, you little fuck?
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Okay. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
It's a joke.
Well, begin your testimony.
This should have made a Mystery Men too. Would have given Kel Mitchell more of a jump start to his career that never really took off.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
An ID card record. I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. Why were there so few people using this room? And who is Mr. Lucky getting stoned at 4:20?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Lucky that this one involved, the staff being on the murdered part of the, most of the time. Anyway.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too. Though it doesn't really make much of a difference.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination.
I'm saluting nothing.
Alright, one other thing that proves it. I must use your ID card. When ID card is used, there's a record of it. Time of the crime, the detective used his card. Okay, I'm gonna press him on this, because he could have just fucking stolen the card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID cards, sir.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Oh! Oh! Maybe he just panicked? That's what I do all day, every day!
It stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got.
Well, I mean, I know the fundamental way in which this is flawed, but I don't know how exactly I'm supposed to be presenting it in game. You know? Hold on a second. Let's see. I had to do a nice viewer repelling cold snort. But I'm back. All right. Oh! Wait. Didn't we have lost? Yeah. Yes, ID. Okay. Yep. Nope. I remembered. I'm a genius. I'm the smartest to ever do it. I'm the biggest, smartest boy in the world. I gotta figure out which of these statements to present it on. One other thing proves it. Enter the evidence room once you use the ID card. When an ID card is used, a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his. Okay, I pressed on this, but I didn't. What if I present this?
Objection!
Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I
I'm not good at waiting, sir. Or anything else. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office.
Fuck.
Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Oh, it had stuff written next to ID, so I thought that was just meant it was definitely the ID. Oh, all right, well, whatever. Still works.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response?
I've only one thing to say to the defense.
Will you marry me?
Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo? Are you telling me to watch The Real Housewives of Somewhere?
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. Excuse me, I was so dazzled that I said the wrong conjugation of that word. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Oops, hold on. I had to click out. There was another ad break going, but I can snooze the ad breaks, and I just did because I think we're getting close to some kind of breaking point here. Yes? What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. Like this. Look at me pointing. That's what you were doing. You pointer. What are you, a dog breed? Go point somewhere else.
This isn't gonna end well.
Now I'm pointing at my eyebrows. That means I'm getting smug about something. Well, well, it seems you've finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So
the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office. Murder being Ms. Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ah! knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? I'm gonna guess object.
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor! What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not, dick. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. Security video did not show the actual murder. You know, it's gonna wait. Just wait for the video to accent the point that I'm about to make. Just wait a second here, and then eventually, I guess it's gonna pan, and then it's gonna come back, and then when it comes back, that's when I'm gonna be able to say something real dramatic, like, however, it cannot be said that it's unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. The murderer had a hand, just like this murderer. What do you got to say about that? Specifically, oops. Pretend I said something that made sense. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this court will examine this further. Other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We've not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
Uh-oh, I'm in the void again. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. That's right, Chuck Norris. It's 2004, and I think I'm funny on the internet.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh? Whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then. Mr. Wright, this person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name?
Is this guy. Again. God, you gotta love Japanese media. Where this guy is like,
I'm an old and grizzled detective. You ain't never seen the shit that I've seen. I've walked along these lonely roads for decades.
and he's like 30. He's 33. Everyone's always like 10 years younger than they should be.
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
Can't let Edworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he... Oh, so I thought that was still the aside. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel like we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. I guess. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess. Go play on the monkey bars.
Well.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you need a jacket? I mean, trust us? Don't you trust me? No.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Who is this buffoon?
Oh, I guess I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe! What is it?
It's my name. Oh, you got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. You know, bad people's funerals, but still.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
You mean this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy!
The SL9 incident?
But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
Sylvisaur, thank you for the raid. Hi everybody, we're playing Phoenix Wright. Sorry, I had a cough there for a second. We're playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the first one. I was winding down a little bit, but I might stick around if we got people to stick around for it. I'm having a lot of fun, so let's keep on going. We're in case 5, and Gumshoe just brought a bunch of files. So let's figure out what that's all about.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in this case. In that case. This case. That case.
Oh! Thank you for following, Sylvisaur. Very good. Good news. I like people paying attention to the stuff that I do. And I thank you. And so forth. Wow, I'm not making a lot of sense because I did click out of the window for a second, but I'm back. I'm back, baby. Miss Sky was a witness? SL9 incident files received from Lana Sky.
Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders.
I didn't think I did.
Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, This SL9 incident is that? That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
Probably just dark.
The Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lana! It's over with! No!
Emma, wait! She ran away.
You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Yay!
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. Wouldn't Emma have been like 13? This can't be just a coincidence.
Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
Better take a good look at this file.
To be continued.
All right. I'm feeling good. I'm going to keep going. Savor progress up to this point. Yes! Rise from the ashes. Get ready to get saved. Trial ladder. Let's go. Yes, I did that already. That's the wrong button. That's the right button. February 24th, 1214, District Court. We are going to get an ad fairly soon, and I've used all my snoozes, so I'll pause when that happens.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Emma didn't come back. Now who am I going to look to my right at?
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm going to do this again. Please state your name and occupation.
Me, partner? I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. Sweet hooch. As for my name, if you hear hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind? Never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner.
What do you mean?
The desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
Maybe it's best we get done with this quickly. He seems off. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English.
Milady. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bowman orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time I went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so you're out of ammo. It's time I hit the trail.
Jesus Christ, like a weeb, but for cowboys.
Oh, ad break. Okay. Well, ad break. I'm gonna mute real quick. Grab myself a beverage and be right back. Boop. All right, I'm sorry about all the noise that's about to happen. I always forget that happens whenever I switch out of the gaming screen. Ad break ended. All right.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Wait a minute. Realized I don't care about what either of these people have to say. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, a cowpoke like me knows about the fingerprint-activated locks. What about them on the evidence lockers?
Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? I'm a grizzled ancient 33. I don't know about technology.
It's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines, or with following orders, or with being sane.
Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
Oh, it's character growth. They called him a prosecutor, not a prospector.
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. You deal with him.
All right. Keep a wary eye. All right. Said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, bending my style. Okay, so he was negligent. So that's going to be part of the problem. If I remember right, I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. Just an innocent Evelyn man. I'm completely innocent if you ignore the fact that I was supposed to be watching what was going on and I didn't. Okay. I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. Okay. All right. Well, if you were somewhere else, Mr. Cowman, then why are your fingerprints all over the fucking thing, buddy? Ha-ha! Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime.
And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
All right. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint. By so loony probably just means his flask.
I was at my flask. I was looking 3 inches below my eyes and wasn't about to notice anything else besides sweet, sweet hooch. Huh. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
Objection!
Ah! I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood!
Witness! What's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene.
The blood was wiped away. However, luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall?
Hold on, I missed a spot. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
I have a head. It's got hair that looks like I was putting a wind tunnel inside a hair gel factory.
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall?
About the blood-stained fingerprints?
Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
The witness's explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt.
Life wouldn't be any fun about doubt, partner. It's my favorite Philip Seymour Hoffman movie.
I agree. Meryl Streep is good as well. The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. No amount of referencing Oscar-winning movies from a decade ago will get him out of it. Now's my chance to prove it. All right, bloodstained fingerprints. It's my favorite emo band. Okay, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. Does make sense in a way. One of them just happened to be at the same place that the same handprint. Murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Okay. Oh, one more. Didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know the murderer was wearing gloves? Is that something I should do the thinking. Let me look at these again. Fingerprint, same place as the Thebeda. It said it's only natural. We're gonna ask him to explain this a little bit. That's because you, how'd you put it, pay your respects once a month?
Yep. I'll press F a bunch of times. That's right. That, one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
What do you think it means, you idiot?
I mean what I said. Fucking idiot. It's my locker. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
I see. Cocaine.
It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. Must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Also, fingerprints updated in the court record. Okay. One of them just happened. Okay, yeah, we just got that explanation. The murderer touched the blocker where my fingerprint was by chance. Guess I can't really prove or disprove that. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. I really want to press this. How do you know he was wearing gloves? You weren't here when we talked about that. I don't think you were. Yeah. How do you know that?
I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I'll keep up on the reports.
There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found at Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
The picture?
This seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards.
What?
There's only one reality, and that's this.
The security tape.
So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, Continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Okay. Okay.
Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner?
It's a brand new statement. What do we do? How do we know that? How do we know that? What do you mean by that?
You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner?
Yeah.
If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
Objection!
But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots? Like my cataracts?
Places you can't see. You know, like when you're driving a car?
What is a car?
Never mind. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
Objection!
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
Ooh, okay. Fucking YOLO. I'll figure it out. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Oh god, I hope it plays the music again. We'll see. The camera just pick up the smell of hooch? Perhaps.
Sometimes, whenever I let go a particularly heinous cowboy burp, it becomes visible to certain wavelengths of light, sensed by cameras but not human beings. It's become a real problem. Ain't gonna stop drinking the hooch, though.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright. You might wind up being the one making the mistake. Much like I just did when I fumbled that line there.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Mark. Okay, goodbye.
All right. Looking. Training my eyes, looking at things, looking around. Oh, hey, there's a person. Maybe it's him. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Jake's locker's behind the no. It's way over there. It's way over to the left. Oh, I should pay attention. I should pay attention to what's going on way over there on the left. So let's go back to the beginning. Okay. I got the locker that's already open. We have this thing. Yeah, I also like the music doesn't reverse with the video. You couldn't even do that. Right, glove falls out. Here comes Meekins. Not noticing anything in particular. Still not seeing what I'm supposed to notice. I got my hand on the pause button just in case. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll not soon forget, Officer Marshall.
Fuck you talking about? Days are short in Texas, so are our tempers.
No, they're not. I mean, the days are short in Texas. It's not Norway in winter.
You sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less.
Very well. Ah, shit, that was already 2. You can clearly be seen in this video.
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
The days are short because of the tempers, I guess. Well, I assume if you get knocked out by a rival rancher and then don't notice the rest of the day, the hours would fly by pretty quick. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. You know, the one I clicked on. That locker! The white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Just not at any kind of advanced speed. We're just go same speed backwards.
Oh, the white cloth! It's gone!
It's playing the wrong music. Ah, God, my immersion.
What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. They have to spell it out for you in case you brute forced it clicking everything. That is a good point. Is a good point. If I wasn't sitting here and thinking, and I was just like all over the place, you're like, all right, dum-dum, here's what you did by accident.
Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man.
What?
So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. What did you talk about lockers not being able to be opened by anyone other than the specific person that is supposed to open it? Like 20 minutes ago? You didn't do that, did you? Why's everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
'Cause you are wanted. Wanted! Dead or alive! This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade. You're the only person who can open that particular locker.
Oh, yeah? I'll call your bluff.
4 aces. Ha! And he just throws cards at him.
You say I opened that locker. Now prove it.
Okay. What specifically am I using to prove it? Yeah, evidence. Yeah, fucking eat shit, dumbass. Show him the blue badger.
Fingerprint sensor.
Uh-huh. We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
Ooh, what kind of crazy talk is that? Is this?
Oh, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less?
Oh my god. One word for you, partner.
No!
Order! Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard.
I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime.
Ole!
Olay? What? He's not Spanish.
Please answer the question.
What is he now, a bullfighter? Yeah, what the fuck? That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear it.
Take that! Objection! Objection!
Oh, shit. The audio did cut out. Sorry about that. Fuck. Damn it. All right, hold on. Shit, I was hoping there was like a transcript that I could dramatically read through. Reload the save. No! Pretend I voice acted all that part. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted.
When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir.
Core record is just profiles. Yeah, I don't think it actually. It shows a transcript. I don't know where it is. Back. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond?
He suddenly pulled a knife on me!
Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it.
Shit.
As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. That's the second time you've complained, you dick! Well, Mr. Wright, have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as a victim?
Make him wear the shoe like Cinderella. Oh my god. He'll be my princess or something. Okay. Well, am I kidding? I don't have anything like that.
I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Oh, sweet ooch.
Ah! This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do?
Looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed.
Ah!
I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. Say your ABCs.
The basics.
In the void.
For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. She'd say, eyes up here, buddy.
Phoenix, eyes up here, buddy. Also, try thinking outside the box.
I shouldn't look for proof that I shouldn't look for proof
That Officer Marshall was in disguise.
but rather I should look for evidence that came about.
Because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, quotes, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
I mean, at this point, I think it's got to be the white trench coat he used to disguise himself as Goodman. I would think, anyway.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions, such as, how many times can we endure the same jingle over and over and over and over and over and over and over again?
I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
No, just soiled underwear. I mean, I guess I can't roll it out, but probably not.
Very well, let's take yet another look at the security tape. I'll get the fucking popcorn. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
All right. White cloth makes sense because he was white. Goodman conspicuously has a white trench coat. So... Oh, wait. I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is, baby. I think I know. I think I know what it is. Ah! Ah! Oh, the action! Oh, there! Fuck! Well, what do you have to say to that?
All right, partner. You really want to know the reason I'd open my locker?
Why?
So I could stuff you in there. You fucking nerd.
Huh?
I'm sure the world would be a better place with you sent off to the boneyard.
Unfortunately, unsolved cases can't be stored in the evidence room. Also, did you just threaten to murder someone in the court of law?
Now an unsolved case? I was too eager. I saw it and then I didn't pause. I think I clicked on Blue Badger. Something went wrong in that evidence room. It was that Todd Football didn't hit his buttons in the right way.
According to the defense's argument, blah blah blah, dibbity doo, skibbity dop, bleep bloop bloop.
All right. Get back to the thing so I can look at the tape again.
Yes, we all read this already. This judge voice is awfully rough on him, and he really doesn't want to have to do it a bunch of times in a row.
All right, come on. Here we go. Come on. Hover over the pause key this time.
I'm a dancing guy and I have a nightstick. For some reason, one of my gesture points was broken. I am rocking left and right, and I have a flag. It's covering that guy's face, except he's definitely Jake. Doop boop boop boop, scoop boop boop, dip bop.
And that's when Meekin stabbed the vocal box of the thing, so I wouldn't have to do that anymore. Ah! There. This.
Take that!
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman. You get bonus tape footage and tunes for your losses on game. And entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet.
Yet?
However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. And asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. The white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood!
A bloody white coat?
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker.
Not bad, partner.
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
2 years ago. You're only half as persistent then as you are today. We all wouldn't have to be here now would we?
Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it.
All right. Seems the time has come.
Marshall's confession. Jesus, all right.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. Managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
So the supposed victim was really you?
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor.
It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Okay. Okay. I had to do it. Do what? Do what? When you say it, you mean...
Do you even have to ask, partner?
Yes. The SL9 incident. It's not what you're doing. That's what you're reacting to. What do you mean, do it?
2 years have passed since that case was closed. It's going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
That incident's not over.
But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room?
When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine.
But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it?
That day was my last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence.
What? Take out like what?
Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman?
If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere.
So you did it to fool the security camera.
On the detective's ID card. I stole that the morning of the incident.
So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report.
I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot.
It's not exactly returning, but the ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall! So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints.
Not with that attitude, anyway.
Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself. But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall.
Unsuspecting Officer Meekins, I knocked him out. Managed to escape. I knew I was with the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. I'm just gonna keep pressing. I need to get to an end point soon. I'm starting to feel it, guys. I'm starting to feel that fatigue.
You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off?
Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I don't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year. When did Edgeworth get so much influence?
Yeah. Why is a prosecutor in charge of a patrolman's raise?
Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. Sorry it had to turn out that way. Would be knocking him out and everything.
By the way, what happened to your knife?
Oh, you mean this one? I thought I told you I have a genetic condition where my facial hair grows. But
An inch every day. I heard you. Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera.
Hold it!
Oh, we got an ad break. All right, this should be the last ad break of today because I'm gonna try to get to the end, a natural end point, and call it a stream somewhat soon. I've just been too into it today. I've been having too much fun. Ha ha! Wee! Hold on a sec. Still getting over a cold. Doing all these voices has like shaken up all the gunk inside my head. I didn't have a runny nose before I started, and now I do. My nasal cavity and my vocal cords are just bouncing around and vibrating everywhere. I hope people came back mad for me saying that sentence. That's fun. So you did your research beforehand?
Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
However, you bloodied your coat in the struggle with Officer Meekins.
If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there.
What was Officer Meekins doing during that time?
What else? Just sleeping like a baby.
So what you're saying is, on that day,
There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
Fuck it, let's make it 5 for 5. But
The blood.
found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place.
What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner.
So you stole the evidence from the locker.
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
When I opened the locker,
The evidence was already gone. Yeah, yup. I had yeah. Because the glove was already in there, which means that somebody had already been there before him, if this is all true.
what? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor.
Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing?
far away, partner. It's a free country.
Air quotes.
Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID? Injuring a police officer? This is no small offense!
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. You can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
I bet salary cuts are ever a valid solution. You gotta give them to a different parish, like a Catholic priest.
Like I said, this isn't your case. This one's mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I like zeal.
I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why?
Do I know why? Do I know why? Do I know why? But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yup. That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is that he deserved his sentence. That guy was a real freako.
I remember the Joe Dark case. He was a real freako. It involved serial murders, didn't it? And not the Lucky Charms kind.
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. Okay, everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files. All right, you're the boss. It's autopsy. Where's the case? Where's the files? All right, this really, yeah. Oh, I never really looked at these. Since death. Edward Jones, Jason Knight, is it? I mean, it's very sad. It's probably like his brother or his dad or something. But still. Victims, Neil Marshall.
Objection!
This evidence clearly reveals the what? Huh? No, it's not a contradiction. It's evidence. What? Huh? How is that not what I'm supposed to do? What? Am I supposed to... Is there another one where I have to, like, let it run through all the way first? You know why? I know why. You assume right everybody is better take a look at the files. What? What the hell? I pressed him. I presented the evidence that has his relative's name on it. What am I doing wrong? Escape. I knew which areas when we caught on camera. Learning the evidence. I can't just forget it as you know why? I thought I did. Video. Sky in the Sky. Investigators Jake Marshall, Angel Star. Okay. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I'm very confused. No, why?
Hold it!
Press him again. That case was solved 2 years ago. Reason Joe Gark was convicted. There's a sentence. There's a dark case. Serial murders. Plain. Something still bothers me. It went down. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him. What? What the fuck? What? Huh? What? Why is this not working? Let me look at... Okay. Alright, I'm looking at the walkthrough again. I press Jake on all statements of his third testimony. Alright, yeah, good. I did that. Tell Jake the name Neil Marshall. What? Tell him the name... How? Where? When? What? I pressed him on this. I pressed him on this. I pressed him on this. And this. Wait, did I press him on all of them? Did I press him on this one? I thought I did. Pull the knife. Yeah, okay, I did. Having your knife. This one. Managed to escape. Camera, there wasn't any murder in the evidence. Okay, yeah. Did I click the wrong thing by accident?
Objection!
Oh, I must have pressed the wrong thing by accident, I guess. Okay, alright. I thought I was fucking going crazy. Like, that's clearly got to be it. All right, here we go. Spray the files. Good instincts. Didn't need to do it. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident.
Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
Shut up. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here.
Fuck.
In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man?
Neil Marshall?
Yeah. I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, you received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
Okay, so it's another, like, my family's a prosecutor, so now I hate prosecutors. Seems to be awfully common in this universe.
What? A prosecutor? Why do I not know about this? I'm the fucking judge.
Must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Also, why don't I know about this? He handled the SL9 case before I did.
That's right. He was killed, and the case fell into your hands.
Well, what's his relation to you?
He was my brother.
Called it.
He was investigating the murders with Jamin Gant, the then deputy chief of police.
Look, it's a map.
The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer.
Hello, I'm the killer.
Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. It was super sick. He did a bunch of flips and had several blades. Should have been caught on video. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight.
And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? That your brother could kick my brother's ass or whatever?
There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Fucking what?
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day.
Ah!
Things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Yes, and I bet they're completely unrelated, and we'll never hear about them again for the rest of the case. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. I mean, this game has writers, right?
So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. I've been saying this for like 2 days.
Objection!
But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial!
Objection!
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
Seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner.
All the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, you get a single word or less.
Okay. Ah!
I rest my case.
Spray.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
Oh no, I'm back in the void. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Mostly because it doesn't. By any reasonable metric.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Hold it. Hey! It's you.
Your Honor, wait!
Emma!
The defense has an objection, a scientific objection. Right?
What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright. Is that what she means? Are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor? In a sense.
Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute, I'll give you 3.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SO Mine incident referred to the Joe Dark killings.
Now that she mentions it, it means that both Sky sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found in Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue.
Sorry, I had to mute you real quick.
So, I ran over there and looked at it again.
Did you find something?
No!
Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Ooh.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
And I'm just an attorney.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy.
Time's up! Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident in the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark.
Why would you be troubled by a blood mark? Why would anyone be troubled by a blood mark?
Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. I've needed to concentrate. It's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? I object. I mean, the fucking dancing goober was in front of it, wasn't it? Is that it? This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction!
No, it doesn't. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing.
Missing? Means something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yep. Yes. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Oh! He cut himself. It's right? Maybe? Did he? Am I misremembering? I don't know. We'll find out.
Nope. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Time's not for sale. Then I put on sunglasses and things look really cool. Very well, Mr. Wright.
All this evidence here. There's got to be something I can use.
The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the form?
Yeah! Woo! That's got to be it, right? Oh, come on. I got to be right.
What about that piece of plywood?
The Blue Badger! Mascot of the police force! Defender of truth! Guardian of proof! Boop boop badoof!
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Okay, well, my name's Phoenix Wright. I'm 20-something. I'm a lawyer. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here.
So
watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well,
What?
that's right. So long as the Blue Badger... How embarrassing. Take two? Okay. That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker.
So that means, just exactly what does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically.
Emma, when'd you get over there?
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right?
Oh, it's his blood. Is it?
After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in. Oh, or that. That could be. Okay. Well, listen, I'm not a real lawyer.
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
What, the existence of time? It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is the other time. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered!
Objection!
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. That is a bit of a leap.
Objection! Objection!
Go Blue Badger. Yeah, yes, absolutely. The murderer portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
Objection!
So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. Did the first incident occur?
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being caught by Dick Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well. Then tell us, when did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented under penalty of death. Oh, what's that? No, I'm being informed that it is not under penalty of death.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that could show that.
Now then, will the defense please present this evidence? What shows when the first crime took place?
The log, right? The top thing wasn't filled in.
Take that!
I remember I made a joke about it. It was all 7s and 420. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. Unless they were born and raised there, on a diet of evidence scraps for food and water, for a period of decades. Now, I have a theory that says this might be true, but...
Right, don't. Just say your other thing.
Right, okay. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card? Oh, the ID card record!
There goes my theory that the Blue Badger gained sentience and did the murder. I wouldn't rule it out. You never know. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Ah! Oh.
4:40 p.m. Oh! Oh! Miles Edgeworth! Just what have you done?
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy.
Drop the act, witness. Doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me.
Nope. I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Fortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again, so we can notice the glaring hole at the top that we've all been staring at this entire time. That one right there. There's only one other card number remaining. 77777777.
Talk about a lucky number.
Shut up.
But wait! That doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. Also, what the fuck was Edgeworth doing with his time slot in the evidence room, though? We'll get to it. Probably, I don't know. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 77777777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 77777777.
That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least, at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son.
The ID number 777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Objection!
ridiculous. Just how?
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which you can be granted such authority.
If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge?
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries.
That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
Objection!
No, it doesn't. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question.
Yes?
No, not to you. To her. The defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana?
Objection!
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not... Sevens.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I wanted to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
Yes, a 9 incident.
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
Oh, fuck.
Lana! I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. Before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant! Just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Where are we standing in relation to one another? Do we have dueling witness stands? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, because we can. Anyway, this cake is moist, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yes, that sucks.
I reckon that sucks. See? That's what I'm talking about.
No. No!
Order! 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 Order!
Lana's remarks caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day.
To be continued. All right. Woo! That was a long one. I just couldn't put it down. But now I'm going to have to because I am tired as shit. We've been going for 3.5 hours, which is long for me. And I would like to thank all of you for showing up. Thank you, Raiders, from earlier. Wow, what a twist. Yes, Mr. Shyamalan would be proud. Hey, if you stayed through that raid, or if you're new here and you haven't followed, you can click that follow button, and it's free for you, and it gives me happy points, which are special points that I get from and spend on myself, from myself, buying for my own brain. Did that make sense? Probably not. Anyway, thanks again for Silvasaur for the follow in the raid. YouTube.com/@Todd_football for the VODs and shorts. I just put up a short a couple of days ago involving my misadventures in Peak and how I did not get to the peak. Once again, I said it in an ad break. If you didn't hear it before, I will not be streaming on Thursday because I have a previous engagement. Instead, I'll either stream tomorrow or Friday. So check your Twitch notifications, or if you're on the Discord, check the Discord. In the meantime, again, thanks everybody for coming out. This is a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with Phoenix Wright. Shit, I gotta save. Gotta make sure I save. Yes. And yeah, thank you. I've got to get out of here and go to bed. But I hope you all have a wonderful night. And in the meantime,